Alright guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing a little leg day today at Gold's Gym in Venice. I'm going to be hitting legs with my buddy Dorian, who's one of my friends from Colorado. He's also an IFBB pro. He's competed in the Olympia. The guy is super legit, so not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous heading into this. Also going to be hitting it with Shaaban, also an Olympian. Some of the best legs in the world right now. Go check him out. So I'm just starting off with a little bit of stretching. I like to get a little blood in my legs, then stretch and really warm up slowly. I've noticed that for me, my knees are way more durable when I've been, just getting blood in there. If I jump straight into a warm up, it's brutal. So hit the bike, stretch out a little bit, then we jump back on the bike to get some extra blood in there. And now we're gonna be hitting a few sets of leg extensions. We hit about 4 sets of leg extensions, somewhere between 12 and 15 reps per set, just really focusing on squeezing and exhausting our quad. Yes, sir. 284. We want them to be beat to hell before we even get to the squats. I got Coach Dave Kalick helping me with this workout. He's Dorian's coach. Dorian's about 8 weeks out from his next show. He's going to be doing the pro show in Spain. And Mo is somewhere around 5 to 8 months out from his next show. But I mean, the guy's legs are absolutely absurd. So having him there is really cool. You can see Dave on the left here, giving me instructions rep by rep. Mo helping me at the very top of the movement to get that extra squeeze, forcing me to hold the legs in the contracted position. And then I got Dorian over my shoulder, basically telling me not to be a pussy. It's just a really cool experience for me, being able to hit legs with some of the best in the world. I'm not even a pro yet, and both of these guys are not only IFBB pros, but they're, guys that have competed in the Olympia, and it's just kind of cool for me to be around people who have reached that next level. My legs are absolutely burning at this point. Check out these faces I make when I lift. This should tell you that I'm not a fitness model and I'm not an influencer. I never pretended to be a pretty man. Man, if you're not pushing yourself to the point where you're making ridiculous faces, are you really even going hard though?
Let's go. Control the negative on the way down. Put it on 150, we're going to get 12 to 15 pumping reps. Fast pace. Let's go. Just cut it again, Cut it by two. Roll. Take pushers. Come on.
All right, so that's it for leg extensions. Now we're gonna head in and we're gonna hit squats. Now the whole deal with the squats today is we're not using our posterior chain much, meaning we're trying not to bring the glutes into it, not to bring the hamstrings into it, and we're trying to really just crush the quads as much as possible. Now you're gonna be much weaker using this squat form because you're taking out some of the big moving muscles. And as you saw, we already destroyed the quads. So they're beat to shit even just getting, to the squat rack, much less throwing the weight on your back. But it was a good challenge. It's very humbling. When you put 135 pounds on your back and you can barely move it. This first set was already hurting and I was already thinking, holy shit, I do not know how I'm gonna get through the next couple sets. If you look off to the left here, look at Mo's legs, man. Look at Dorian's legs. It's crazy, tree trunks. Moving on up to 225. Same thing, just trying to hit the quads. We're not powerlifting, we're not trying to move a lot of weight. We're trying to absolutely punish the quads. And the way we did that was by limiting our form. If you look down on the ground, I put my heels up on a plate. I kept my weight directly over my feet. I didn't stick my ass out, and I just basically bent my leg. So it kind of mimics like a hack squat type movement. And here's Dave really explaining it to us. Dave was awesome and just kind of step by step told us everything he wanted, coached us through it. You can tell I'm already sweating real good. Summer's in LA. I think it's real important in any sport that when you're surrounded by people who are more advanced than you, you shut the fuck up and you listen and you learn. And so it was real cool being surrounded by Mohammed and Dave and Dorian and being able to pick up tips after every set. First couple reps at 315, it might as well have been 700 pounds. I could not feel my legs at this point, which is exactly what we're shooting for. Look at the legs on Dorian as he's spotting me. Crazy. Like I said, Dorian's 8 weeks out, so he's looking real good. He's already really lean. He's probably a couple weeks ahead in his prep. So now we got 405 on the bar. 405 is heavy for me when my legs are fresh. There was a little bit of confusion with this set. They told me to rack it. I think I had a couple left in me, but I was surprised I even got one rep. So after that, we went to leg press, and one of the things that I thought was really interesting is usually I bring the weight all the way down as deep as I can on leg press. Coach Dave told me to bring it nice and shallow, not to worry about burying it. I was able to really just focus on my quads, not thinking about my posterior chain, not thinking about my hamstrings, my glutes, my adductors, any of that. One thing you should think about when you're doing leg press is if you wanted to, you could take a big breath of air, you could stick your belly out, and you could almost use it as a form of leverage to support your legs as they come down. You want to really make sure that it's the musculature and not your structure that's doing the support. I don't know if that makes sense, but you can use your rib cage as like a suspension setup. That is not what we're going for here. Starting to have a hard time walking, so in between sets I make sure to kind of pace back and forth, make sure I'm getting more and more blood into those legs. You can see Mohammed in the back is starting to feel the workout. None of us are feeling fresh at this point. Dorian here is telling me don't lock it out and don't pause at the bottom. Just keep tension on the muscle at all times. So back and forth, up and down without any rest at the fully extended or fully contracted position. I got my blankie, my towel, because I'm sweating like a motherfucker already. Like I talked about earlier in the video, I'm about 284. I wake up in like the high 270s, go to sleep in the mid 280s lately. And something about having that heavy body weight, man, you start sweating more and more. As gross as it is though, it's actually kind of healthy. So I'm focusing on keeping my knees in line with my feet. When you see me resting in between sets, two things could be happening. One, which is more common, is I'm trying to slow down my heart rate. I'm trying to get oxygen into my bloodstream, and I'm trying to prepare for the next set by calming myself down. At a certain point though, before I'm lifting real heavy weight, I'm trying to open my adrenal glands and get real intense, and that helps me to really squeeze, really push hard, and actually protects you. You don't want to be lifting heavy weight in a relaxed mental state. You really want to be squeezing and intense. It'll actually help you prevent injury. So either I'm getting psyched up or I'm trying to slow my heart rate down, depending on what part of the workout we're going through. It's a big ass drop set. Legs are already dying. This is one of those sets where you just don't know how your legs are still moving, but somehow you're getting it done. Almost didn't get that last rep. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I was like barely moving it at the end there. All right, so this is the last movement of the day. We're hitting hack squats. If any of you guys have done hack squats before, it is one of the most difficult movements you will ever do. There's very little glute, very little hamstring, very little posterior chain. It is basically just bending your damn knee and your quads take over everything. So we're finishing out with these. Didn't even feel like I was going to be able to walk over to the machine, but the human body is amazing and it'll surprise you. So one thing I love about bodybuilding, man, the brotherhood, the camaraderie. So we're all in it at this point. We're all feeling it, but the three of us together are, you know, much more likely to get through this workout. As miserable as it is, it's also, ironically, my favorite thing in the world. You could just tell the three of us were in it. I mean, tunnel vision, dizzy, lightheaded, feel like we're gonna puke. And this last set, I'll be honest with you guys, I fell the fuck apart. my legs just gave out completely.
2 more, 1 more, 2 more, 1 more, 2 more.
Just trying not to puke here.
Get that, come down, come down deeper. Come down deeper.
This is where I fucked up. Those handles automatically swing open, and I was trying to reach down. I got a little bit confused because I was lightheaded. I thought that they kept locking the machine, like right here. Luckily, I was able to finish the set pretty cleanly despite my legs not cooperating at all, and we all walked away from the workout with no injuries, just some really haggard legs. That's a win in my book whenever you're working out with high-level athletes and pushing things to the max with guys like Dorian and Muhammad. So thanks to Dave for putting us through an epic workout. Thanks to Gold's Gym Venice for letting us do our thing. Thanks to Chanel for recording the whole thing, and I appreciate you guys for watching the video. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Keep in mind, think of what we did with leading up to this. You got to be, yeah. There's only so many fibers that are left after all that fruit. It's beautiful. Connective tissue.